Everyone, welcome back to another video. Since our last video, I built two large platforms to move out and fully extend our farming and our resource gathering. On this platform over here, we have all our resource gathering, and on that platform over there we have our food gathering. We have wheat, as well as we also are gathering the materials that are needed to build string. In today's episode, I'm going to be focusing on fully automating this entire process, but to do so, we're going to need the use of auto hammers. But to get an auto hammer, we need two essential components. We need redstone and we need gold ingots. Now to get redstone, if we go and check through the JEI, we can see through sluicing. Now this is using a blazing mesh, but let's just switch up redstone. There we go. So here we can see all the different recipes. So we need a gold mesh, and we need to sluice dust in order to get redstone, which has a 11% chance of obtaining it. Now, if we search back gold now, to get gold, now we have an iron mesh installed. We need to sluice, we can sluice dust, which gives us a 7% chance of getting gold chunks. Or we can sluice various sand, which gives us a 9% chance of getting a gold chunk. So, let's do some sand, shall we? Now for this, I crafted a little iron hammer. We're going to take a stack of cobblestone that was generated from our cobble gen. And this is going to be my life for a little bit until we get enough gold to make a gold mesh. Break that down. That gives us gravel. Break that down again. Gives us dirt. That's fine. Let's finish placing these out. Let's break this down. And that gives us sand, which we can then dump into this hopper. That's going to process, and let's see. So we have, I believe, 1 gold ingot there. And we need 4 total. So this is going to take some time. So I will be right back once I've gotten enough gold to make ourselves a gold mesh. So some time has passed and I've managed to gather 19 gold chunks. So if we come across here, put this. Give me that back. Alright, that'll give us 4 gold gold clusters. Let's cook that up. I got my blank pieces here. Nice, we have 4 ingots. Cast these out, and we should be able now make ourselves gold mesh. So if we come back across here, because I don't exactly have, I didn't transfer every material, so now we have our gold mesh, which is the first step in getting the materials that we need. If we click, we can just switch those out. We're gonna store that there. So now that we have the gold mesh, we can see how we will get redstone. So we need to start filtering start sluicing some dust. So back to placing the sand. Well, now we're placing sand, but basically back to breaking down materials once more until we're getting ourselves enough dust to give us the redstone. Okay, let's break this down. There's the dust. Let's put the dust in. Let's hope we get some redstone. So how much redstone are we going to actually need? So for the auto hammer, we're going to need 2 gold ingots, which we can manage. So we're going to need 1, 2. That seems pretty reasonable. But in order to actually get items into it, we're going to need an item pipe. And an item pipe needs 1 redstone dust and 2 droppers. And each of these droppers requires 1 redstone. So we're going to need about 5 redstone dust in order to get the materials that we need to make everything. So while this is processing, oh, okay, we got some redstone chunks. So while this processes all of the dust that we have right there for now, I'll be working in the background making some more dust, and I'll be right back. So we managed to get ourselves some redstone chunks. Now if we put this in our inventory and craft it, we're gonna get ourselves a redstone cluster. And if we check the uses for it, we can use our tempered glass jar setup, which would give us 6 redstone dust, or we can use a squeezer, which can possibly give us 8 redstone dust. So I'm gonna look at building ourselves a little squeezer. Now to make a squeezer, we are going to need 4 sticks, 2 planks, an iron ingot, and a block of iron. Unfortunately, I had crafted this off screen through testing. So here it is. Now one thing to note, with this squeezer, you will require an oak button, or any button really will work, or even a lever. And I'll show you why. So we're gonna put this, yeah, be able to go there, okay. We're gonna put our redstone chunk, can I? Yeah. And we're gonna literally just hop on it until we break it, and we get ourselves some redstone dust. Now, in this down position, how exactly do you set it? Well, that's where the button comes into place. Press a button, and ta-da, it resets. This also functions as a way to ore double. So if I come over here and we get ourselves some iron chunks, let's break this down. Let's place 1 in, for example. We get 2 iron dust, and if we check the uses of iron dust, we could smelt it, and we're going to get ourselves an iron ingot. And I do believe this will also work with our seared melter and produce 1 iron ingot. So now we have effectively doubled our ore processing. However, it's not fully automatic, which is something that we will be working on. So you can put that in there, and that's going to give us the 2 iron ingots. But for now, let's get back on to the task at hand. So let's make this auto hammer, which I do know. Yes, we do have enough gold now. So let's make that. Clusters. Let's reset this. Put that. And did I? Yes, I did. Let's pour these iron ingots out. Okay, and now let's put our gold dust in. That's 1. That's 2. So now we have, I do believe we have enough. Yes, we have the 2. Okay, so we do have all the materials that we need there. So let's quickly get over here. We need some glass. Do I have any glass? Check back this quickly. No, I don't think I have glass. Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna take one of you. Put you there. I'm going to let this cook. And I'm gonna quickly go sleep, so we'll avoid the night time. Let's see where we're at. Okay, that's enough of that. And that should give us the last bit of materials that we need to make ourselves the outer hammer. But like I said, this by itself can't function. We need to get ourselves an item pipe. But we need to make some droppers. We need to make 2 droppers. Thankfully we have a good, decent supply of cobblestone over here. So if we go to the item pipe, that's 1. Need back 1 more. That's 2. So okay, so now we need ourselves 4 iron ingots, which I think I have stored. If not, I'm gonna have to process it. Well, yeah, let's check and see if I have any before I go and process some more. Okay, so we did manage to find some. That's gonna give us the item pipe. Let's see. So we need some stick and some flint. Do I have flint anywhere? Yes, I do. Don't have to go for that. So let's make this item pipe wrench. And there we go. The pipe wrench has been made. So now let's clean up our inventory. We need you. I'm gonna need a chest. Let's quickly on back and make one. Put you there for now. Okay, so we want to take items out of the chest. It's going to go into the auto hammer. This is placed badly. Why? I'll put this there. Ugh. Need to get you to orient properly. Okay, there we go. I do think it's wrong-sided, but let's see if it'll actually operate. So we're gonna have to hop up while I'm hopping up here, and let's click on it once. Gonna extract there. Let's see, is it actually... Yes. So now we have ourselves gravel that is being sluiced. So let me explain this process. So the cobble generator is going to create cobblestone indefinitely. That the excess is going to be excess cobblestone is going to be stored within this chest above. The pipe, the item pipe that we crafted and used the wrench on, you have to configure it to extract items from this chest and push it into our auto hammer. Now this iron auto hammer by itself doesn't need any power, and it does what we were doing manually automatically for us. So it's going to be breaking down cobblestone into gravel. From here we have another item pipe that is pulling items out of the iron auto hammer and placing it into the hopper. The hopper then drops it into the sluice, and the sluice does what it has to and basically sluices the items, sluices the gravel, and gives us various ore. The only limiting factor in this setup thus far is a manual pump, which you can see time can go down very quickly if you leave it unattended. This here is our weak point right now. But until we gather enough resources and automate this sufficiently enough, I will leave this as our weak point. Next thing that I want to do is make ourselves a gold, I think it's a, what do you call this? A casting sheet? Hang on, let me look for it. Right, a gold casting sheet for ingots. So let's put this there. And now we have ourselves an ingot gold cast. So now anytime that we want to, wait, would it also? Yes, okay, it did. I was wondering if it would have. Oh, nuts. Will you? No, you don't. Okay. Oh, nuts. Okay, I'm gonna break this and... yeah. Didn't mean to dump that there. Put you there. That there. Okay. Oh, nuts. I realized what I did by accident there. I was supposed to use the squeeze on that. Oopsie. Alright, so give me these. Set. Let's basically get ourselves a good amount of iron here. So this is my life for a bit. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay. So I basically broke down all of the iron clusters that we had with the squeeze-em, and now I've set up this little thing here on top of our said melter. Basically any block, you can use any block that you want, and you're going to want to put a lever on it. And now if we simply pick this up, we're going to automatically get our ingots being dispensed from the said melter. And this last little bit here should give us all of our iron processed. And there we go. Now we have basically I'm gonna store you there. Right. Oh, see what I mean? This is really the limiting factor in this setup so far. So the next thing that we're gonna want to do is get ourselves some more redstone, which as we know, we're gonna need to process sand, if I'm not correct. Let's just check back to JEI. Redstone. There it is. Okay, so we need to get dust. I believe only dust. Yeah, dust. Okay, let's click back on this. Let's just make sure of that. Dust has the 11% chance. Yeah. So we're gonna have to set up some additional auto hammers to one crafts. So we have gravel, so we're gonna need to craft sand and to craft dust. Now to craft sand, we will need to process it how many times? I believe 2 times. Let me check that quickly. Do I have a hammer on me? I do not. Let's run back here because I didn't bring any sticks on this side. Let's take the sticks there. Alright, let's just simply check back that. No, I have cobble on me. So that's one. That gives us the gravel that we needed. We need to process this again. It's gonna give us dirt, so that's 2 times. 3 times for sand. And 4 times for dust. Okay. So with that in mind, we have a very long task of making a few more iron auto hammers. So I'm gonna get on to working on making some additional auto hammers, and we'll be back once I've finished making the various auto hammers that I need for either setting up a sand or a dust setup, and I'll be back then. Okay, so while we wait to get the necessary materials that we need to make our various auto hammers, I decided to move the jar setup that was sitting over there and put it to some use. So I had to make a cobble generator. I had a small crate. I used some of the existing pipes, but I also made this new block here called the jar auto processing block. This basically allows this entire unit here to function automatically. And we have this set to the cobblestone to take cobblestone and convert it to lava using low temperature. So this cobble generator right here is going to manufacture cobblestone, which is then stored in this small crate. The crate then feeds this jar auto processing block, which then feeds the jar cobblestone to convert into lava, and the lava is then dumped out into the singularity tank. This lava, currently we don't necessarily need so much lava. However, in the future when we need to get RF, we are going to need a significant amount of lava, so I started that production of lava right now. But in so doing, I also decided it's time to probably increase the speed of that. So that's why we have this little guy over here. I took lava, put it inside of a dripper, and dripped it onto compressed cobblestone, and we got ourselves a magma block. But to increase this temperature, yet again, we need to get blue magma block, which you can get by dripping lava onto magma block, but it has a very low chance. So that's why this is just ticking away and hoping that we get ourselves a blue magma block. But until then, that's just going to function right there. But even so, we don't necessarily need the lava at this point, so that's just going to basically be making in the background. Now this process here is pretty tiring and pretty annoying to keep on using this manual pump. But in order to automate it, we need to get ourselves to a diamond level iron sluice, because if we take a look into our sluices, so you can see right here, if you hold shift, the different processing time and the different fluids and so forth, and how much fluids it can hold. However, in the oak sluice, we can see that it does not allow automation for either items nor fluids. In the iron sluice, however, we had automation of items, but we don't have fluids. Only at the diamond level of sluice can we automate items and fluids. So even though this step, like where I have to literally stand here and pump this up for a bit, even though it's slightly annoying, it is what it is. I can't do anything about that until we upgrade our sluices. Now, when claiming the rewards for one of the quests that we did, which I did also craft some fluid pipes for an attempt to automate this, but as you guys just saw, we can't automate fluids just yet. Now, one of the random rewards gave us 32 diamond clusters, which we can potentially use. However, we need, if we were to use the jar method to convert it into diamonds, we need a high temperature, and the high temperature you can only get from blue magma blocks. So that's why that's working in the background. We don't have access to a crusher, nor most of these things, but we do have access to a melter, and a melter can melt the the diamond cluster into ingots, into liquid diamond. However, we don't have access to blazing blood. So most of these things we don't have access to. So for now, the diamond sluice isn't necessarily something that we can easily get without crafting a whole bunch of additional things. So back onto our quest of automating the production of the different like sand and dust, I believe. Yeah. So yeah. So we have quite a bit of redstone dust. We have some gold. Let's go make some auto hammers, shall we? So where is, okay. Glass and the iron. Oops, forgot those. I really need to move those things, don't I? Do I have, yes I do. Okay, that will be something I'll process in a minute. Let's craft an additional auto hammer. What am I missing for another one? Because we need to process this, so we need to get some iron. So we need some iron and a piece of glass. Yeah, okay. So I'll be back when I have finished crafting the remaining auto hammers. So we've crafted some additional auto hammers. Give me the pipe wrench. I hate how this placement is. Right, so now this. Oh wait, no, actually, hang on. Let's take it off the top. Where did I put? Oh, there it is. If we take this and put this on here. That's gonna process it once. Question is, will it? There we go. This can come out. Let's go get ourselves a chest. This chest isn't really needed here. Like that. There we go. So now we have sand. And this way you can help clear up some of the backlog that exists. Remove this. So now we can filter them to get sand. And we do have the resources to get the remaining. Okay, let me clean back up inventory. Okay, so I've crafted the 4 auto hammers that were needed. And I have those connected to the same cobblestones chest over here, which basically, as it produces, it's more or less gonna be, this has enough basically for now. So one stream goes to process into gravel, and the other stream, if we hop up over here, comes along this way. So the cobblestone goes into the first one, this one processes it and produces gravel. The second auto hammer takes the same gravel, processes it, and turns it into dirt. The dirt then exits, goes into the third auto hammer, and that processes it, and it becomes sand. And on to the last stage, the last auto hammer basically processes that sand from the previous step and turns that into dust, and then it all deposits it into this chest. At any point throughout this entire process, I can remove an auto hammer, preferably at these two stages. So if I want sand, I can remove the last auto hammer and have the sand deposited using an atom pipe into this chest over here. But for now, I'm just going to let it produce some dust. Now, we have one key flaw with our setup. This manual pump. Now, although this manual pump is very good, as indicated earlier, we can't automate the introduction of fluids into it just yet. To do that, we need to get ourselves to the diamond stage. Oh, and our resources are starting to look really full. Okay, let me deposit these things. I want to go on to processing and making ourselves some diamonds. So to do that, we need to get something that can process. Where is it? That can process this. Now, we're already working in the background on trying to get ourselves a high temperature. You know, the magma block, which is the blue magma block. That's not gonna be, you know, too good. And most of these are going to require us utilizing some sort of power. So I think that's like, for instance, the pulverizer. We have flint. We can make ourselves a pulverizer. So that's one thing that we can look into. An induction smelter. Not at this point. So let's see what we need to make a pulverizer. So we can make a piston. Let me to the end right here. So let's add the pulverizer to the top so we can quickly go back to it. We have flint, we have copper, and we have cast iron. So we can make that. We can also make this, I believe. Yes, we do. We have the ingots. And the machine frame requires 4 cast iron, some glass, and some tin. Tin, we need 4 tin. Do we have tin? I think we do. Let me see if we have to craft tin or if we can get tin. So we can get tin by sluicing. Alright, that's good to know. Alright, so we can get tin, and we should have some tin laying around. So let me quickly look for that. Okay, so we can get tin. So we can basically get all the things that we need to make the pulverizer. However, we need some sort of power. So that's where the Magmatic Dynamo is going to come into play for now. This is going to take some iron ingots, some invar, which we're going to have to make. We can make the invar blend with some 2 iron dust and nickel dust. Now I know we have nickel somewhere. Let me find that back. I believe we have nickel. Okay, let's just look and see if we can even, if we could have had it. Alright, there we go. So we have nickel. So we should be able to craft these 2 machines. Okay, so let me go and process and make these raw materials that we need to craft them, and I'll be right back. So I've went ahead and crafted everything that we need for the pulverizer as well as the Magmatic Dynamo. So let's get started with this. Oh, needed redstone. So that gives us this. That gives us that. That's 2 quests, which we can claim. Through thermal, machine frame. Alright. Okay, let me just go and put those things over here for now because I don't really need that. Well, I could use the cobalt pickaxe head. Let's put you there, put you out there. Alright. And since we were waiting, we managed to get put you there for now. Right. And while we were waiting and crafting those things, we managed to get ourselves the blue magma block, which we were looking for. So we got that now. Give me this. Let's put back a block underneath. So in the event that we do get, let's hop over here back. Yeah, so we may work towards getting another one. I could have sworn I put away this water wheel. Back. Don't need the water wheel right now, so that can go there. Also don't need that right now. Okay, so yeah, I am aware if I put this down, it's gonna actually cause fire. So I may have to move that, and I may put that over here. This way we have our power generation located right here. So I may go ahead and move that. Yeah, let's move this around. But let's see. So if I put this here, this is already placed on the side. That's gonna power straight into this, and we just need to get the lava from that this. So let's move some stuff around, and I'll be right back. So I've relocated our magma generation from over here, this section right now. Yeah, things are getting really cramped in here, but it is what it is. So we have our blue magma block, which provides high temperature to the jar, and that's going to be producing lava. This lava then is stored in this tank as a sort of a buffer zone, and that feeds our magmatic dynamo, which we do need to have a little pipe in to connect it. Well, this is a fluid pipe. Magmatic Dynamo is using the lava to produce power. That power is stored right here. So now, if we check the recipes, we should be able to break down those Okay, there you have got that. That's gonna take a while to scroll through. Give me this. Let's search up uses. Check our pulverizer. If we use that with flint, it's gonna give us some diamonds and some gravel. So let's get our flint, which I have right here. Let's put 2 flint in there and 2 in that, and that should, once it's finished, which it may take a while. There we go. We got, okay, well, we got 3 diamonds, which is exactly the amount we need to, there we go. Let's do another set, because this way I can actually set up another sluice if we have 2 of it. We have like 6 diamonds. Right, there we go. That's another achievement. Where is that? Not storage. Well, yeah, we had that to go from the dripper. Oh no, it may have been an advancement. Yeah, it was an advancement. I'm stupid. Okay, so let's put you there. Ooh. Okay, I did not mean to do that. Break this. Yeah, that was an accident. Let's put this over here because I don't need to empty this tank of lava. That's a good buffer zone. Alright. Okay, it's getting nighttime. Let's go and sleep, and I'll be back during the day. Okay, so now that we have the sufficient amount of diamonds, I'm going to break this. Please tell me I did not get my mesh. It fell underwater. It is slightly aggravating. Yeah, it fell. Ugh. And I can't find that right now. Yeah, we're gonna run out of oxygen before we reach. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to make back one, sadly. Oh my word, I really hate that side effect of going underwater for too long. Okay. So now we can make that. Alright, so let me see something work here. Okay, we have enough sluice. Let's go grab that. Do I have any gold left? Because I'm gonna have to remake my gold mesh. Actually, no. I don't have to remake the gold mesh. I can just make a diamond mesh. Can't I? Well, let me check that back. Yeah, because we don't need the gold. Okay, so even though that kind of messed up, that it poofed. Let's process 2 more in these. Alright, while I go get... where is it? Here, I'm supposed to be in one of these chests. I really need to get... There we go. Did I carry across the string? No, I did not. Would need that. String... Oh, look, we got a magma block. String... Yeah, I can use that to make... okay, yeah. So, put that there. Don't know why I took that out. Oh, we got birch rooftops for some weird reason. And this is gonna give us that, right. I should have chains. Let me go look for that. We crafted those 2 things. We need sticks. That. Need 1 more. That should be enough of those clusters. There we go. Okay. So now we have a bucket. That. Let's break this because we no longer need a manual pump. Break that. Break this. Okay then. Oh, it probably placed the water in there. Okay. Put that there. Where did they place this water source? Jeez. Hate that. Right. So let's cover this back up now. Big slabs. Alright. So with that in mind, we should be able to place this there. Diamond mesh. This way this would function. But since we've already gained the ability to automate fluid and entering it, it's time we make this, which is relatively simple. And you've already seen it floating around because I've already tried crafting it because I wanted to see if it needed power. So I have one crafted right here. So we're going to take the fluid pipes and we're going to basically craft all these along the way. Where should I put this to pop up? That's a good question. Can you connect to anywhere? Or the back works okay. Let's see, can I connect you to the bottom? That's a good question. Yes. I do not know why our character was hopping. And if we come up here, back, you should be able to see. Yes, it is. So we don't need this here. And there we go. So our entire sluice is basically functioning as it should. Now we can set down the second one. And we can set this down here. With the mesh. Ooh, do we? No, I don't think we have the materials. Oh, yes. Give me that. Put this. It's gonna be needed. Put that there. And that goes here. So that's gonna give us the sand that we need. But I don't believe... Hang on, I'm just gonna take one of these chests from over here because I kinda need it. And I'd rather not do a next cut. So I'm gonna take these stuff. And I'm gonna put them right here for now. Give me this chest. Where's the water pipes? So if we come over here, I believe it's this one. Yep, this one's exactly. Now, if I can hop on, there we go. How did I get? Right, there we go. Sweet. So now we have our two sluices fully functioning without the need of us being here or basically using that manual pump. Okay, so this is where I think I'm going to wrap up today's episode. We did a lot in this episode. Not only did we fully automate this entire process here by adding in water, we also got ourselves two diamond sluices with diamond mesh. We also have a way of processing our clusters using this Pulverizer, and that's powered using a Magmatic Dynamo from our automatic lava production. So yeah, I would say we accomplished quite a lot in this episode. So thank you all for watching and take care. Bye bye now.